Thank you so much for checking out our show, our podcast, Real Estate Insider. We're just tuning in, not live. I think everybody can hear me okay. Should be able to, yeah, the sound's good, everything's good. So thank you guys so much for watching the show and the channel with Angelo Christian, where we do our Talk with Angelo live every single Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. It's where America goes for funding real estate insider. You call us, you text us to get information about mortgages, real estate, credit, and we do 4 videos every single week that we produce on our YouTube channel. They go out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday in the morning, and we produce a ton of content on our Instagram, and that's official Angelo Christian. Our YouTube handle is Angelo Christian Mortgage. Our website is official Angelo Christian. We've been actively lending in America for over 20 years, helping hundreds of thousands of people with commercial loans or residential loans. You can call or text us at 832-431-6331. We're there for you. Good evening, Kevin. Thank you so much for watching the show and the channel. And I mean, basically, what we do is we educate people and empower them to understand how to get capital, how to get funding for loans all over the country. So whether you're trying to get an FHA loan, or you're trying to get a non-QM loan, or a jumbo loan, or a hard money loan, or a private loan, or a commercial loan, we have all these different types of loans that we have here available to help you to get you the funding that you need. Please give us a big thumbs up on YouTube. We need your support. And then, we're an actual lender. We're not a YouTube marketer. We're not a consultant. We're an actual mortgage company. We make loans to people. That's what we do. We have all different type of loan programs that we offer. So we want to be here as your lender and ultimately make a loan to you to get you pre-approved so you can buy your home. So tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics I want to go over. I got like 6 different things I want to discuss. And remember, if you have questions for me, you can post questions down below in the YouTube channel, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have. It's an open forum. It's you don't have to be censored or think that you have to be a certain way. We want you to be however you are. And if you have questions, we obviously want to know what your questions are, what you're thinking. A lot of the inspiration that I get for videos is from questions that you ask or ideas that you guys propose. So I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say, what you guys want to talk about. I have some things I want to kind of go over every time that, I go through the week and I see kind of what's going on in the market, what's going on in the world, new updates, new developments, things that are happening. I'm going to, obviously come up with new information to kind of bring to you guys to bring it to, bring it to light. Like, for example, one of the things I want to talk about tonight is when you're buying real estate, how to season your money properly. I think that's a very important thing. And on that note, if you're using gift funds to buy a property, how do you properly document gift funds? Because these are very important topics. New change for conforming loan limits. There's a new change for the conforming loan limits. Those have changed. We're also going to be talking about career opportunities. If everyone's looking to get into the mortgage industry and they want to work for a mortgage company like our mortgage company, what does it take? What do you have to have? What are those special skills that you need to possess to work for a mortgage company? So then the other thing I want to talk about, number 5, is rolling closing costs into the loan. How do you actually get your closing costs rolled into the loan? And then the 6th thing I want to go over is what is the best zero down home buyer programs that you can get in the marketplace. So those are the 6 topics I'm going to be talking about tonight. And remember, I always, at the end, we give away Amazon gift cards to people that give us, great reviews on Google. We have over 400 awesome reviews on Google. We're really trying to grow our Google review. So if you give us a good Google review, we'll hook you up with an Amazon gift card. Or if you're a lucky winner on the test question that we post tonight, you'll also get an Amazon gift card. Hey, Toya, good evening. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching the show and the channel. So the first thing I want to go over is money seasoning, because this is an important thing that when you're buying a property, how to properly season the money in your bank account. So good evening, Veritas. I appreciate you watching the show and the channel with Angelo Christian. So the thing that when you're buying a property, you have to have the money if you're for a down payment and closing costs season in your bank account. What you do not want to do is if you're buying a property that, and you have $50,000 that you need for down payment and closing costs, that those funds just magically appear in your account, 2 days before closing. Number one, if that does happen, your loan's not going to close. It's not going to get approved. Okay? The money has to season in your bank account for ideally a minimum of 60 days or 2 months. So that way, before the underwriter can source and season where that money came from. So what does this mean? This means that, let's say that, again, let's just use the example that you're going to buy a home for $300,000, okay? And you need $20,000 for the down payment and closing cost. So this $20,000, you're going to have to come up with these funds, okay? So the options are you can get it from a retirement account, checking, savings, 401k, and I'm going to talk about gift funds next, but let's just stay with that you have the funds, you're not getting a gift, that you have the money. Now, you may say, well, a lot of people tell me, Angelo, I have cash in my safe at my house. And I'm going to tell you this, that is not acceptable to have cash in your safe at a house when you're buying a home. You have to take that money out of your safe and you have to put that into your bank account. Okay? Now, there's a few different ways that you can do this. You can put it into your checking account or you can put it into your savings account. Okay, so if you have it in your savings account and you don't really use that account, it's just a savings account, put it there and let it sit there for at least 2 months before you're planning to buy a house. Because if you let it sit there, then they can't source where the money came from. But if you deposit that money a week before you go under contract or a week before you go under closing, and the underwriter is not going to accept that because you can't source the funds, and having the funds in a cash a safe at your house is not acceptable. It's not acceptable as a source for funds. But if the funds are sitting there for that 2+ months, then the underwriter is not going to source those funds. So you need to be thinking about this in advance. If you know you want to buy a house in February 2022, you have to deposit that money in your account right now. You have to have a plan for the money for closing. Okay? You cannot ignore it or pretend that it doesn't exist. You need to think in advance and be proactive and not reactive when you're buying a house, and make sure you have that money in your bank account. Okay? It's very important that that money sits for at least 2 months. Some programs allow for 30 days of seasoning, but most programs are 2 months of seasoning. So I'm always a big advocate of letting that money season for at least 2 months. Okay? And just think forward, think in advance. Don't think backwards, because it will bite you in the butt if you're trying to buy a house and you just offload $50,000 of cash in your bank account. Now, if you're getting the money from your 401k, it doesn't have to season for 2 months. If you're getting the money from a tax refund, anything that's a transparent source of where the money comes from, like a 401k distribution, like selling an asset, like a HELOC, like a home equity loan, like your 401k. Okay, these are all acceptable. Tax refund from the IRS, then those are acceptable, and you can use those funds at any time. You don't have to let those season for 2 months. But in the event that you have undocumentable income or deposits, they have to season for 2 months. So it's very important that you understand this, because I want to make sure that you close on your house and that you don't lose your home, or the underwriter denies your loan because you didn't follow the right procedures, or maybe your loan officer didn't explain it to you. So I'm here to explain it to you, to help you, to make sure that you don't run into these issues so whenever you're trying to buy your home. So that's the bottom line. Let the money season for 2 months, guys. 2 months. Okay? If anyone has any questions about that, please let me know below. If anyone has any questions or comments, or they're confused about what I said, hit me down below. I'm happy to answer that for you if you have questions about what I said. But it's 2 months of seasoning. But if your money's coming from a transparent source, you're okay. You do not have to wait 2 months. You could use the money instantaneously. Like if it's coming from your payroll deposit, your payroll checks, that's fine. Okay? So now the other thing I want to talk about now is gift funds. Sometimes when you're buying a house, you get assistance from maybe from your church, maybe from your employer, maybe from your family for the down payment and closing costs, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong to get gift funds, but there's a certain way that those gift funds have to be documented in order for them to be acceptable. Okay, so there's a certain way that those gift funds have to be documented in order for them to be acceptable. So if you're getting a gift, let's say again, let's use the same example, you're buying a $300,000 home and you need $20,000 for closing, you have $10,000, you're getting another $10,000 gift from your mother. That's fine, that's not a problem. But in order to use those gift funds from your mom, she also has to provide her bank statement of where those funds came from. Okay, so your mom that's giving you a gift for your house, it's not her house, it's your house, your loan. She has to give a copy of her bank statement showing the funds leaving her account and going into your account. Okay, whenever you're doing gift funds. Now, she also has to fill out, would crypto cash out wires from exchanges be acceptable or need seasoning? Crypto cash would need seasoning, Jessica. That's a great question. And I did a video on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And if you're using Coinbase, the money has to be in your bank account for 2 months before the underwriter will allow, because crypto is not an acceptable source for closing. Crypto is not acceptable. So you have to sell the crypto or transfer the crypto into cash, move that money into your bank account, and let it sit there for 2 months before you can use that money. What you cannot do is sell the crypto, move that money into your bank account tomorrow, and then want to buy a house the next day. That will not work. You will not get approved like that. Okay? So, but the gift funds, going back to that, so if your mom is going to give you the money, she has to be willing to be able to provide a copy of her bank statement. She also has to fill out a gift form. Yes, yeah, I know. Because, oh yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why it's so important that you know that, so you're aware. Because I want to make sure that you get approved, you close on your home, and you don't have any issues. There's a lot of rules and laws with home loans, and you have to understand them if you're going to be successful with it, okay? So if you're getting this gift, the person that you're getting the gift from has to provide their bank statements. They have to do that. They also have to fill out a gift form saying this is not a loan, it's not a cash advance. If you're getting a gift from your employer, it cannot be a cash advance, it cannot be a loan. It has to be a true gift, all right? And it has to leave their bank account, and it has to go into your bank account. And you have to have that gift form filled out, and you have to have a copy of their bank statement. Now, where it gets tricky is if the donor, your mom that gave you the money, if she has, for example, unusual large deposits, or it looked like she took out a loan to get that money, that could lead to further conditions or more issues for you. Okay? So I just want you to be mindful of this, because if your mom that that's giving you the gift took out a loan, because remember, taking out a loan is not acceptable for the source of a down payment. You cannot take out a loan for the source of a down payment. That's not acceptable. So those funds have to season in your bank account. And if the gift donor took out a loan, that could raise an issue. So just be mindful of all this stuff, because it's very, very important when your loan goes into underwriting and processing, because so many people call us where their loans get denied because they don't know this stuff. So it's heavy, but it's important for you guys to understand, because this is like a lot of details that are very, very important. So anyway, and if anyone has any questions about that, if I went too fast, you need me to repeat anything, let me know. I'm happy to repeat that. But those are two very important topics. Hey, Toya, what if I get the money selling things online in the flea market? Okay, that's a great question, Toya. So if you sell the stuff online and that money sits in your bank account for 4 or 5 months, then they're not going to question where the money came from. But if you sell the stuff online, let's just say it's December 2021, and then you go under contract this month and that money just hits your account this month, you're going to have to show proof of what you sold because the money hasn't seasoned for 2 months. So you'd have to show maybe like the listings, the online listings, the receipts, the purchase orders, or whatever to show proof of where that money, if you sold it on eBay, for example, or wherever you sold it, Craigslist, I don't know what you're selling, but you'd have to show proof of that if it hadn't been in your bank account for 2 months. So just be mindful of that. Now, if it's like you say and it's 4 or 5 months sitting in your account, then they're not going to ask where it came from. But if it's just the last, recently, and you want to purchase the home, then they're going to question, they're going to want to see cash from the flea market has to sit in your bank account for 2 months. Otherwise, you can't use it. Cash from the flea market, you cannot use that. Now, after 2 months, you can use it. Okay? So just be mindful of that because it's very important. You cannot use cash from the flea market unless it sits in your bank account for 2 months. So just understand that because that's really important. Because I want to make sure that your loan gets approved and you don't have any issues. And again, I'm only bringing this up out of care because I say this stuff because I've seen so many people's loans get denied from other lenders because they don't know this stuff. Okay? So anyway, those are really important things. So the other thing I want to kind of go over is I want to talk about closing costs a little bit. Closing costs, whenever you're buying real estate, I don't care if it's commercial, residential, whatever, you're going to have closing costs. And those closing costs can be anywhere from 2 to 3% up to 6% of the loan amount. So if you're buying a $300,000 home, your closing costs could be $8,000. Very possible. So the question is, what are these closing costs? This is for your title fees. This is for your attorney, your legal, your insurance, your escrow. You have the lender. You have agency fees. All these different places that have to get paid for the closing costs for your loan. And the thing is that there are ways that you can get the closing costs rolled in or included in your loan if you don't have the money to pay it or the seller doesn't want to pay it. You may only have the money for your down payment. You may not have the money for your closing costs. So you have options, and I want to talk about that because you can get the closing costs rolled into your loan. Now, because right now in a seller's market, the sellers are not paying closing costs. And you may not have an extra $8,000 to pay closing. And I understand that. So we're one of the main lenders in the country that came up with and invented rolling the closing costs into the loan is what we do with a lot of our clients. So in this example, if you're buying a $300,000 house, you can wrap the closing costs into the loan and make the loan for $308,000. So then that way you don't have to pay the closing out of pocket. So when you write your contract and you make your offer, if you're offering $300,000 for the home, you can offer $308,000 and then get those closing costs wrapped in. So then that way you don't have to pay the closing costs out of pocket. So I think it's great because then instead of having to put your down payment plus your closing costs, you just have to pay your down payment. Or if you're getting a zero down loan, you can buy the house with no money out of pocket. So there are ways to do it. Hey Jody, good evening. How you doing? Thank you so much for checking us out. There are strategies, there are solutions to get those closing costs included in the loan. And this is one of the best strategies that I know how personally how to save you money. So if you're out there and you're working with one of these lenders and say, hey, look, I want to put my closing costs into the loan. Are you cool with that? And they should be okay with it. And that's how you do it. I mean, because it's your loan, and if you want to do that, now I want to let you know, when you put the closing costs into the loan, it's going to make your loan bigger. If you went from $300,000 to $308,000, your loan is going to get bigger, right? It went from $300,000 to $308,000. Now, by doing that, your payment's going to go up. and you have to understand that too. I want to make sure you're aware of that. If you increase your loan by $8,000, your payment will go up by $30 a month. As long as you're okay with that. Hey Shirley, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching the show and the channel. Thank you, Shirley. So if you roll the closing costs into the loan by $8,000, your payment will go up by $30 a month. So I want you to be aware of that, because your payment will go up slightly, but it will save you that $8,000 out of pocket. So you have to weigh the decision on what's more important to you. Do you want to, pay the extra $8,000 out of pocket, or are you okay with the extra $30 a month payment? Most people would rather hold on to the extra $8,000 and not have to pay and pay the higher payment of $30. It's up to you though on what you want to do, okay? But I at least want to make that option available to you so you're aware, because a lot of lenders aren't going to tell you that. A lot of lenders and realtors are going to want you to pay the closing costs and the down payment, but you do have options to get those closing costs included. So, that's an important topic that I did want to go over with you. Another thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, and you guys may have already seen this, maybe you haven't, but the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they just released and rolled out the new conforming loan limits. Last year, or actually last month rather, they changed from $548,250 was the conforming loan limit. Credit, hey, from Tennessee, I have 2 clients that need refinancing with their current home scores in the 500s. We do have programs for that. I'd have to take a look and see what their situation is and see how we could help them. There is a possibility. Give us a call or text us at 832-431-6331. There are opportunities for asset-based refinances with low credit scores, but the key to making those deals work, they have to have a lot of equity. If they do not have a lot of equity, the deals are not going to work. One of the things that's happened from COVID, unfortunately, that the low 500 credit score residential loans, for the most part with high LTVs, have gone away. So the only thing that's available right now in the market with low FICO scores for residential is asset-based loans, and those are usually maxed at 50 to 60% loan to value. So I want you to be aware of that. It is possible. Now, if they're 580 plus, we could probably work with that with FHA or something. But if they're like 500 or 520, then they have to have a lot of equity in the property to make it work. So I hope that answers your question for you. So yeah, but conforming loan limits, what's great about this is we literally saw the conforming loan limit jump from 548,000 all the way up to 647,000. So you don't have to do jumbo at the 650,000 price range anymore. You can get conventional financing, which is low down payments. So we even have a 0 down conventional. Yes, the number is 832-431-6331. It's also in our YouTube description. Right there. It's all over our website too. We have that number everywhere, 832-431-6331. So, but anyway, going back to the conforming loan limits, one reason I'm really excited about that, because usually when you want to buy a $600,000 home or a $650,000 house, you have to do a jumbo loan with 20% down. You don't have to do that anymore. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has changed that to where you can get a $650,000 house with 0 down or 3% down or 5% down. So it's awesome for all of us out there. They raised it almost $100,000 increase to the conventional loan limit. So this is wonderful news for all of you guys out there, because you can get more home with less money down, maybe 0 down, depending on the type of loan that you're trying to do. So it's very exciting for all of you guys out there, because you do not have to, put 20% down and do a jumbo loan. You can still do a conventional loan now. And we have jumbo loans with only 5% down, up to $950,000. So it's really, really awesome. And we're very excited, very pleased to be able to offer this to you guys out there. We're one of the main conventional jumbo home lenders in the country. So we want to be able to help you to get you the financing for these awesome programs. I'm really excited. It's nationwide. It doesn't matter where you are, whether now in some parts of the country like Hawaii, California, New York, it's high balance. So you're seeing conventional up to $850,000, $900,000 for a conventional loan, like in San Diego, Los Angeles, Honolulu, Brooklyn. So these areas, the loan limits have gotten a lot higher. So you can still get conventional financing in those areas. So I'm really honored and pleased to be able to offer these programs to you. If we can make these loans to you, give us a call. We're here for you to help you with that. So, yeah, we're very excited to be able to offer that to you, for the conforming loan limits. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, a lot of people ask me, hey, Angelo, what is the best zero down home loan programs out there? Is there really such thing as a zero down loan when you're buying a house? And the answer is yes, there are zero down loan programs, but there are restrictions, there are requirements. So depending on the type of loan that you want to get, the main zero down home loans that are out there in the marketplace is USDA and VA. Those are the two top zero down 100% true zero down 100% financing loan. There is no down payment on a VA loan. If you're a veteran, you can buy a 1 unit, a 2 unit, a 3 unit, or 4 unit and get 100% financing. There's also USDA. USDA is a true 100% financing, no money down, and you can buy a home. Now for USDA, it's like you can probably imagine, it sounds like it's probably United States Department of Agriculture. It's for rural areas. It's not for metropolitan or urban areas. It's for rural areas on the outskirts of major metropolitan cities. You cannot use this program in the city. The VA you can purchase anywhere you want. We also have a program that will be coming out next year, conventional zero down. Conventional zero down. It's going to be a powerhouse, a mega powerhouse. There's also a physician zero down. If you're a physician, we have a doctor program with zero down 100% financing. So we're adding all these new programs to help you guys out there to get zero down 100% financing. We're very excited and pleased to be able to bring these products to you guys. So you get zero down 100% financing, no down payment, you get all your closing costs included, 30-year fixed mortgages with no PMI, with interest rates as low as 3.5% fixed. So I'm not saying that everyone's going to get approved for that. There are requirements. You have to have excellent credit, 700 plus credit, no bankruptcies or foreclosures in the last 4 years. No, Veritas, I wish the zero down was available for duplexes. It's only going to be available for single family homes, unfortunately. So for duplexes, they're going to require a minimum of 3.5% down for a duplex or a triplex or a quadplex. But for single family, there is, now I want to say this, that you have to understand something, that when you do a zero down program, there are requirements and restrictions. It's going to be tighter. The debt ratio is capped at 40%. So whereas if you put 3.5% down, you go to 55% debt ratio. So there is a trade-off there. While it sounds very attractive, the thing you have to be mindful of is that you're going to be capped at a debt to income ratio of 40%. So then that might be okay for you, but it may be that you get qualified for a lesser amount. So you may not be happy for that. Which credit monitoring is accurate? Do you use FICO? So great question, credit. They use credit score 2, 4, 5, and 8. They use a blend of all of them, of what I've seen from the credit repositories. It's a blend of all the FICOs. It's not Vantage. It's not Credit Karma. They use FICO. And I've seen a blend of 2, 4, 5, 8, sometimes 3. So, but I've seen them use a blend of all those different credit scores. But yeah, I mean, going back to the zero down, there are going to be restrictions. The underwriting is tighter, maximum 40% debt ratio. So you might get approved for zero down, but you might not get approved for the amount that you want. So this is something you have to be mindful of, because you might get approved. You put 3.5% down for 400,000, but if you do zero down, you might only get approved for 250. I'm just using these numbers figuratively. I'm not saying it to you specifically, but that's how it works, because there's a huge variance in the debt to income ratio. So it's important to understand this, because it makes a big difference. Okay, so depending on the type of loans that you're doing. But, I don't think it's, if you can qualify for the zero down, go for it. But if it doesn't meet your needs, understand there are other programs out there that are really good that can help you and that can save you money too. So yeah, these are all really, really important topics that I wanted to go over, and I really appreciate you guys. I don't know if you saw on our YouTube channel this week, we posted our lucky TV giveaway winner for November. Okay, so if you guys go check that on my YouTube channel, he just bought a brand new, beautiful home, and he was the TV winner for November. Please see that on my YouTube channel. We give away brand new big screen TVs to our clients. I delivered that to his home a week ago. And so 65-inch HK 4D Ultra TV. We do a monthly raffle every month where one of our clients wins a big screen TV, and I deliver it to them personally. So hopefully that will be you one day. So if you're looking to get funding, remember we're a nationwide commercial and residential lender. You can call or text our office at 832-431-6331. It's where America goes for funding, guys, for the last 20 years. We're your nationwide premier lender. We want to help you to get the financing. Call or text us to get pre-approved, 832-431-6331. We have all different types of programs to help you. Jumbo, FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, private loans, hard money loans, commercial loans. Please reach out to us. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. We want to be able to help you guys to get you a really, really good loan program. So we have all different types of financing packages. Remember, if you leave us a 5-star review on Google, Angelo Christian Mortgage will also hook you up with an Amazon gift card. Just text me your email address and let me know when you left their Google review. Text me at 832-431-6331. We'll hook you up, get you that Amazon gift card. That's why we're here to help you, to make a difference, to make it happen with Angelo Christian. And, we produce really, really good content on our Instagram. Official Angelo Christian on Instagram, on YouTube, Angelo Christian Mortgage. We have over 66,000 subscribers on YouTube, over 55,000 subscribers on Instagram. So we work very hard to educate you, empower you, make a difference with our loan funding. And then every Thursday we do Talk with Angelo Live, and then we give away free Amazon gift cards. I ask you a question. Whoever answers the question first accurately and correctly first wins the Amazon gift card. So, with that said, I am going to ask a question now. And whoever answers that question first is going to win the Amazon gift card. So the question is, for the free Amazon gift card, I want you to respond back in the chat box below. Hey, good evening. I hope you're doing well, Mar. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you watching the show on the channel. We have a ton of our YouTube lives. If you go back on our YouTube channel, every Thursday we've shot a YouTube live. You can go back and watch all of them. I talk about all different types of things. So you can watch those YouTube lives. You can also see all the stuff all the videos that we've recorded. We have over 700 videos. I've been producing videos on YouTube for over 6 years. And you can watch all the videos that I've done on there. We worked incredibly hard to educate you guys, give you the content, give you the knowledge, give you the information. We have our real estate university. We have career opportunities. We're always looking to hire great people. If you're looking for a wonderful job, we're looking for loan processors, loan officers, underwriters, loan officer assistants. So please email me your resume to angelo@chihomeloans.com if you're looking to get into mortgage, if you're looking to get into real estate. We're always looking to hire great people. So, that's something that I'm very passionate about, is building people up, helping them to go to the next level. So a lot of people, they don't know how to get their foot in the door. They want to learn about real estate. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll give them a call. We really, really appreciate that. So anyway, I encourage you to watch our channel and keep watching, and thank you for the referrals. We really, really appreciate the referrals. We'll contact them and do everything we can to help them. So with that said, for the free Amazon gift card, the giveaway, the question that I have for you guys out there tonight is, how many months of seasoning do you have to have when you're buying a house? So I said this in the beginning of the show. How many months of seasoning do you have to have in your bank account? How many months of seasoning? Loan officer assistant. Yes, we're always looking for great people. 2 months. Veritas, you got it. Veritas is the winner. David Riley got it too. So Veritas got it first. So Veritas, send us your email and we'll hook you up and get you that Amazon gift card. Toya, yeah, text me your email. We'll give you an Amazon gift card too, Toya. Text me your email address. Good job tonight, guys. I'm proud of all of you for watching the show and the channel. Veritas, you're the winner tonight. And Toya, text me your email address to 832-431-6330. I'm going to hook you up with that Amazon gift card for being the lucky winner tonight. Remember, we give away free Amazon gift cards for answering the questions, right, mate? You're learning stuff. You're learning stuff every day. You know, that's the whole thing is we want to be, you know, we want to change lives. That's what we do here. We educate you, we empower you, we teach you, and we make loans to you, you know, so that's what we do. So don't forget, text us your email, give us the Amazon Google review. We'll hook you up with that Amazon gift card. Thank you guys so much for watching Angelo Christian. We'll see you guys next week. Take care and peace out. Have a great week. Bye-bye, everybody.